The different thing about Hatteras as opposed to the rest of, say, Dare County is typically we always have one beach where the ocean is rough, because one of our beaches predominantly faces north and the other one is kind of an east-west facing beach. So regardless of whatever wind we have, we always have a beach where we have an onshore wind and it could be rough. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, we are actually out on the beaches Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We cover from Ramp 30 between Avon and Salvo to Hatteras Inlet. And we're looking for hazards, patrolling, educating people, and just talking to folks and let them get to know and know that we're around. So we just started last year in 2017 doing a rip current and beach hazards awareness class, and we're educating everybody on how to survive rip currents, how to spot them, and other beach hazards like jellyfish stings and fish hooks, and the different safety rules for the beach.
A little history about the rescue squad. We were formed in 1980 due to a bad car crash that happened in Avon. From there, we branched out and started water rescues with using boats. From there, went to jet skis in the mid-90s, and then water swim rescues after that. We have the most certifications out of every rescue squad in the state of North Carolina, which includes surf, still water, heavy rescue, vehicle extrication, high angle and low angle rescues, medical responder, and medical provider, BLS to ALS. So the beach summer program starts Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's the only paid time for the rescue squad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the week. We're funded off only donations, and the goal is to prevent dangerous situations, which is why we're out patrolling from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what is a rip current? A rip current is a powerful channel of fast-moving water that moves away from the shore. It can extend from right on shore, past the breaking waves. They vary in size, and they're capable of being stronger than an Olympic swimmer. So if any of the kids know Michael Phelps, goes faster than him. The rip currents are formed from breaking waves piling up water along the shore between the other breaking waves or sandbar. And there has to be equilibrium within the ocean. So the only way for the water to get back out is to form a rip current, either in the breaking waves or creating a rip in between a sandbar. Some reasons why they're so dangerous is that they can be hard to identify. Even on low-risk days to high-risk days, they are hard to identify. Some of the worst rip currents can occur on low-risk days, and they cause many fatalities each year. Some safety rules to consider: always check the ocean forecast for the day, the national website or National Weather Service website, or weather.gov. You can go on there, click on this region, then click on forecast, toggle down to beach and surf, and it'll give you all the surf conditions, rip tides, tide information, wind direction, and other weather information that you need to know for the day, and that's posted daily. What's very important is to know your location. A lot of people that call in don't know their exact location. It's hard knowing your location when you're on the beach. So remember the street address that you're at, or if you're at a public access, either the Hallover or Sandy Bay, which we'll talk about later, or Avon Pier, or either ORV ramps that you can access. Don't swim on red flag days, very dangerous. Never swim alone, always have flotation, and it's imperative to supervise your children closely because rip currents can form right on shore. So a breaking wave can come on shore, knock the child over, and they can get taken out. So it's very important to supervise your children when you're on the beach. Here's a little video for all of you.
We all love the beach in the summer, the sun, the sand, and the surf. But just because we're having fun doesn't mean we can forget about safety. Rip currents account for 80% of beach rescues and can be dangerous or deadly if you don't know what to do. It's simple stuff, but we can't take it for granted. Know before you go. Check local beach forecasts before you head to the beach, and always swim near lifeguards. Look for any warning signs or flags. If you're unsure about conditions, ask a lifeguard. And know how to swim before you venture in. If you do happen to be caught in a rip current, Stay calm. It won't pull you under. It'll just pull you away from shore. If you try to fight the rip current and swim against it, you'll just get worn out. Instead, float. If you're a good swimmer, swim parallel to shore until you've cleared the pool of the rip current. Swim with the waves, allowing them to push you to shore. If you can, wave and yell to get the attention of lifeguards and people on shore to let them know you need help. If you're on shore and see someone in trouble in a rip current, do not go in after them. Instead, call for help. If a lifeguard is not available, throw in something that floats. But don't try to be a hero and make the rescue yourself. Even trained lifeguards only attempt a rescue using a flotation device. Rip currents can be dangerous, but if you know your options, survey your situation, and stay calm, you can stay safe and continue to have fun in the surf, sand, and sun.
So the different risks for a rip current. Green is low. Obviously, wind and waves condition are calm. Moderate is life-threatening. Rip currents are possible, and individuals planning to enter the surf should use caution. It's important for only experienced surf swimmers to go out on moderate risk days. And high level is going to be red, and rip currents are likely throughout the day. So how to spot a rip current? A lot of these factors are low spots along the shore, a break in the oncoming waves, which you can see obviously in this picture right here. You have the two breaking waves here, and there's the break in between them. A channel of choppy, churning water, a difference in water color from the sand getting kicked up, backwash occurring in the surf zone, and a line of foam. A low spot along the shore, especially in Avon, they're very prevalent, is going to be a cutout along the shore, so you can see different pools along the shore in between the sandbar or the surf. A couple of these are pictures that we have taken while we're on patrol to get people to see the rip currents that happen here. Can anybody tell me where the rip current is in this picture? So right here, you see the line of foam going out, and then you got the break in the oncoming wave, and then right past that, you have the choppy, churning water. What about this one? So this one is actually, you see this dirty line of water moving out right there? The way this picture was taken, the break in the wave is actually right here, but this line of choppy, churning, dirty water is going to be the actual rip current. And one more for you. So this one, on a little rougher day inshore, so rip currents are harder to see on rougher days, the way that the waves break on shore. This one, you got the break in the wave right here, and it comes out past where that wave's breaking. You got the choppy, churning water, and then there's a little dirt along with it. This was a dye test that was done to show you exactly how rip current works. You can see it starts right on shore, and the dye gets taken out with it. And you can see the break in some of the oncoming waves, the sand that gets kicked up along with it, and the line of foam. Some ways to know if you're in a rip current: you're trying to swim back to shore, and you're getting tired and you're not making any headway. Or you're getting carried out and you're not getting any closer to shore while you're swimming. Number one thing to do if you're caught in a rip current, do not panic. You're going to want to save your energy as much as possible. If you are an experienced surf swimmer, you can attempt to get out of the rip swimming parallel to shore. But if you are not, let the current take you out. You're going to float with the current. The current's going to end past the oncoming waves. And after that, you can try to swim back to shore. Swim parallel to shore and then at a 45-degree angle back to shore. Another thing is, you're going to want to, whenever you're swimming back to shore from being stuck in a rip current, you're going to want to swim downwind or with longshore current. And a longshore current is a parallel current that runs on the beach. Depends on what the swell is doing and the wind conditions for the day, whether it's going to be pushing north or pushing south. You'll feel it when you get in the water. And so when you're escaping the rip current, you want to swim with that. These signs are posted up at every major beach access on the island, and it gives you a lot of the information that we're giving you right now. So if you see someone in trouble, number one thing, call 911. They'll handle everything. Never attempt to rescue the victim yourself. A lot of the times, the person going out to rescue them is actually the person that we have to end up rescuing, and the other victim makes it back to shore. If possible, throw them a flotation device, a boogie board, an empty cooler, a surfboard, a float, anything that you have on hand. Or if you have a neighbor on the beach that has something and you don't have any flotation, grab it from them, throw it into the rip current. The rip current will take it out to them. And if they have any complaints, we can get the float back. Number one thing is getting that person flotation so that they do not go under. And try to yell instructions to them. If they are within distance and they can hear you, yell instructions to them on how to escape or stay calm during the rip current. So we have 2 alternate day use areas. First one's gonna be Sandy Bay, which is located between Frisco and Hatteras. Second one is gonna be the Haulover, located between Avon and Buxton. These usually, even if it's a high-risk day in the ocean, these conditions here will be fairly calm because they're sound side and rip currents don't form on the sound side. Some other beach hazards are jellyfish, fish hooks, and holes. Number one thing to do for a jellyfish sting is apply a mixture of vinegar and fresh water to the burn area or sting area. Don't attempt to remove the tentacles with bare hands. Obviously, you'll get stung too. Use a towel or gloves or some other stuff. Don't go in the ocean. It's gonna make it worse. Fish hooks. If you can walk off the beach, seek medical attention at the closest medical center. Or if you can't walk off, call 911. We have the capabilities of transporting you off the beach or anybody you know. Digging holes in the sand, this is a big problem. We advise people not to dig deeper than the shortest person's knee in the group, or if the people surrounding you have smaller people, don't dig deeper than the shortest person's knee. Holes on the beach are prone to collapsing, and there's a lot of collapses that happen along the East Coast each year. And they not only provide a danger for you or a person next to you, but also us when we're driving on the beach, especially if it's low light conditions and we don't see the hole, the truck will hit the hole and get stuck. Some other additional information for the beach is the National Park Service does not let you keep beach equipment on the beach overnight. That includes umbrellas, tents, chairs, boogie boards, whatever you have. So don't leave them on the beach overnight. Keeps hazards for sea turtles coming up to nest and other situations. And they have a free fire permit. So if you have a fire on the beach, you're gonna need this. You can go on their website and download it or print it off, or if you have trouble printing it off, they have it at the office in Buxton by the lighthouse. Swimming in the ocean, you're gonna wanna be careful about swimming near piers. Large sea creatures like piers. And then there's gonna be dangerous debris around them. For surfers, which are really prevalent around the jetties because of the way the water moves and comes on shore, you're gonna wanna be very careful. Surfboards, if they hit you, they can cut you, knock you out, and sometimes it's difficult for them to see you or you to see them. Some different conditions for the island itself is on a southwest wind, the southern beach from Buxton to Hatteras is gonna be choppy and rougher, and on a northeast wind, the northern part of the island is gonna be rougher, so from the tip of Buxton all the way north. All right, well, I appreciate all of you for coming for this presentation. I hope all the information I gave you is helpful and you can teach other people about it. Thank you all for coming, and it was awesome having you.
The Hatteras Island Rescue Squad is funded by a tax base for the operating expenses to keep the lights on and keep fuel in the vehicles. Our summer beach patrol program is funded solely through donations. We have 30 volunteers now, but we are always accepting new applications on the first Thursday of every month at 6:30 p.m. at our station here in Buxton. We will train you from walking off the street to being a professional rescuer in no time. So just check out our Facebook page and I'll tell you everything about us and also how to donate.